Okay, so now that you have all of your responses, we're going to make a Venn diagram based on everybody's answers. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is just make your Venn diagram that has 3 sets. And then you're going to go ahead and label them based on your questions. And you can use abbreviations, that's fine, or you can just write it out. So I had Big Bang Theory, The Office, and 30 Rock. Those are going to be my 3 sets right there. Now when we're filling these out, you're just going to have to understand how each of these regions works. Oh, we also have our universal set right here. Okay, so now we just need to look at our responses and see how to do this. So for this very first one of mine, okay, this is me, and I watch all 3 of these. So I would go in region 5, because that represents people who watch all 3. Now this next person didn't mark any, so they would go out here in region 8, because they don't watch any of them. This next person watches The Office and 30 Rock only. They don't watch The Big Bang Theory. So I'm going to put them in both of these sets, but not in The Big Bang Theory. Now, very important that each person only gets 1 tally mark in the Venn diagram. Okay? So you don't put them in Office and in 30 Rock. You put them right here. So this region is Office and 30 Rock, but not Big Bang Theory. Okay, so you just kind of have to go through all that. Our next person would go here also. All right, this one, check The Office only. So if we're doing The Office only, that's going to go here in region 3. Okay. All right, another person watches all 3. We must have similar tastes in comedy. We're going to put them in the center. Here's an Office and 30 Rock. I'm going to go here. This one's an Office only. This one's Big Bang Theory and The Office only. So they need to be in Big Bang Circle and Office Circle, but not in 30 Rock. It's going to be right there. Okay, we have another none. Another Office only. An Office 30 Rock, and an Office only. Okay, so that's making the Venn diagram right there. What you want to do with the Venn diagram now is provide a detailed description of what's going on here. So for this, it's going to be very similar to section 2.5, the way the assignment problems started off with the information that they gave you. So we need the total number surveyed. And to get that, you just count up all of your tally marks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that was how many people were surveyed. Then you want to break it down to Office only, Big Bang only, 30 Rock only. You want to come up with each of these numbers. So Office only would be 4. Big Bang only is 0. 30 Rock only is also 0. Okay. Now, very important to notice this difference here. We want to now find how many people liked The Office. how many liked Big Bang, and how many liked 30 Rock. So notice now this word only is not attached to it. So now it's just anybody who liked The Office. And so that's going to be everything in the Office circle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right there. So for Big Bang, it's anybody who likes Big Bang. So it's anybody in the Big Bang circle, which is 1, 2, 3. And then how many people like 30 Rock? Okay, it's going to be anybody in the 30 Rock circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these are just counting how many people are in the circle. Next, we're going to look at some of the intersections. So Office and Big Bang. And then Office and 30 Rock. And then Big Bang and 30 Rock. Okay, so you recall that and meant the intersection. So we want the intersection of Office and Big Bang. Okay, so notice it's going to include the 1 here and then the 2 right here. So we actually have 3 people that like both The Office and Big Bang Theory. Office and 30 Rock. Okay, that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Big Bang and 30 Rock. It's going to be here, which is nothing, 1, 2. Okay. And then only 2 more things to find here. And that's how many liked all 3. And that's just right in the center, region 5. Oops. It's not 11. It's 2. And then the last thing you have to find is how many liked none or watched none of the shows. And so that's going to be identified right here in region 8. Okay, so 2 people don't watch any of the show. Now the last thing you're going to want to do before you can start writing your project is come up with some insights or generalizations about the class. Okay. And I want 3 to 4 sentences for this. So one thing that, and it's pretty much whatever pops out at you. So one thing you could say, well, most people in the class like The Office. Okay. It definitely stands out above the other 2. Okay. It's nearly everybody likes The Office. Okay. Another thing that I notice is that nobody strictly likes Big Bang Theory or 30 Rock, right? Nobody here only gravitates towards only one of those shows. Well, I'd have to think of another one. Okay, so I'd want to get one more insight there. So I'd have to look for it a little bit. Okay, now the rest of this project is going to be just compiling all this into a report. Let's take a look at that. So this basically just explains what we've already done, and you can read through that if you want to see that there. But you want to compile the results of this project into a cohesive report, and you want to include a short introduction, just kind of explaining, what we did here. You made up the question, and then you passed out surveys, and this is what we're doing. You also need to include a copy of your survey. So if you haven't typed that out yet, make sure you're going to type it out and put it into the report. And again, you don't have to put like all of these, and I don't care about the responses being in there. Okay, but you could just put this much into your report. Okay, so that I can see your question and the possible answers. All right, so class responses are not necessary. Then I want you to make a Venn diagram digitally. So that's going to require a little bit of thinking how you're going to do that. In Microsoft Word or a lot of programs, you can insert objects, and so you can draw circles, and then you got to learn how to make them transparent. So you make the fill either not there or make it transparent so that you can see the intersecting circles. Another way you could do it is by just Googling Venn diagram with 3 sets and then looking for images. Okay, so let me show you what we could do with that. Okay, we'll go to images, and there you go. You have a plethora of blank ones. Okay, so you can just copy that, paste it into your Word document, and then use text boxes, and then just place them over it, and then you can insert your numbers. Okay, so that's one way of doing that. Okay. Then also add your detailed report, which is going to be those numbers that we found. Okay, just right here. It'll be all of this right here. And then the last thing is a conclusion that includes your description of insights. So your 3 to 4 insights, you're going to just add that as a conclusion at the end. And then you can see kind of the point breakdown in what we're looking for here. Okay. So some possible pitfalls is if your survey doesn't allow the questioning to be where you can mark all that apply. Okay, that would be something where you might lose points there. Your Venn diagram. So given your results, if you didn't put these in the correct place, okay, like with these 2 people, you gave multiple tally marks for a certain amount of people. Okay, for your detailed report, this is probably the easiest one to mess up, and some of the pitfalls there are just by looking at this. Let's say you're answering Office and Big Bang, and you chose to only put 4 people, okay, because you just selected these, neglecting to realize that these 2 people are also in Office and Big Bang. So that's probably the most common error when finding that one. Description of insights, you really can't go wrong there. You just have to have them. And then overall, your report, were you able to accomplish the tasks of getting everything in there and have it be presentable. Okay, so this project is going to be due the day of your Chapter 2 test. And so you'll just print it off and bring it in. If you want to just email it to me, that would be fine as well. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know.